Dear students, once again welcome back to my class. So now we are starting with another topic of this chapter, that is, what are the different methods employed in scientific inquiry. In the previous class we have seen what is meant by a scientific method. That means what are the methods that we need to follow for a successful scientific investigation. So let's move in detail. Most of the scientific methods are truly empirical in nature, which means the scientific methods are generally happen by means of sensory experience. We can classify the scientific inquiry into four different methods as inductive method, deductive method, constructive method, and hypothetical deductive method. Out of these four different methods, you have to study the first two methods in yours as per your syllabus. So let's move in detail to the detail of these two. What does mean by inductive method? This is also called the induction. We have seen in the scientific investigation or scientific methods, every scientific method is starting with the observation, right? So from observation we are defining a problem by asking questions, then we are framing a hypothesis, then we are testing that hypothesis. If the hypothesis is proven, we are making a theory based upon that. Okay, if the theory is acceptable globally, we are making it as a principle. So whenever we are making this investigation from observation, data analysis, and finally into a theory, this kind of scientific investigation is called the inductive method or induction. So we can also say that this is a data collection analysis method or bottom to up method. Bottom in the sense that we are observing from the observation, we are collecting the information, then analysis, and finally up to the formation of a theory. Okay, so this is called the inductive method or induction. In this inductive method generally involves a transition from a single fact to a general propositions. So from a simple observation, we are making a theory which is universally acceptable. Okay. For more clearly, we can say that an inductive method will begins with a specific observation and measures, which will proceed through the analysis of the data, and finally it goes as the formation of an tentative hypothesis. And this hypothesis, if it is acceptable, it leads to the general conclusion as well as the formation of theory. Okay, so this is called the inductive method. If a scientific method is said to be inductive, it generally upholds two different facts. What are they? The first fact is called the law of uniformity of nature, which means that of the natural phenomena which will repeat itself if the same situations or circumstances will comes again. That is called a law of uniformity of nature. For example, if we are picking a plant and if we are planting them in another place with the same conditions, it will grow, right? So this is called a law of uniformity of nature. If the same conditions are available, the plant will able to survive or able to grow. Then the other one is called the law of causation, which means every phenomenon which occurs in our nature will be having a specific cause. Okay, so whenever these two facts are generally following, we can say that the kind of scientific investigation will be a inductive method. Clear? Then the second one is called a deductive method. This is also called a deduction. This is a quite opposite condition of inductive method. Hence, it is also called a theory data collection analysis method or up to bottom approach. According to this deductive method, here what we are doing, that is here what actually happens is that in inductive method we are making from the observation we are making a theory. Here what we are doing, that from a theory we are making a simple fact. Okay, so it starts from the principle or theory, and hence it is called theory data collection analysis method or up to bottom approach method. Here the scientific inferences or conclusions are drawn by reasoning from a general principle into a particular case. Okay, so we can say that from more general to a more specific. in deductive method, while in inductive method it's from specific to more general. Clear? It starts from theory, then it moves on to the data collection and finally ends in analysis. And this deductive reason is a case of syllogism. The syllogism means it's actually a reason in which a conclusion of a particular fact is generally done by means of two different statements. And a syllogism generally consisting of three components: a general principle on which a reason is based, and a minor premises, and finally the conclusion. Okay, for more clearly I will cite you with an example. We know that all metals are conducting electricity. So that is a general principle, or it's a theory or a principle. And copper, we know that it is a good conductor of electricity. So it is a minor premise. From these two different aspects, we can say that a copper is a metal, or it is the conclusion of that particular observation, right? So this is called a syllogism. By means of the statements of a particular thing, we can make a conclusion. This is called a deductive method. So I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, please do it in the comment section. Thank you.